Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Have you written everything in the notebook which had taught in the last class? In the previous class, we studied about our planet Earth. I told you our Earth is considered to be unique planet because it has air and water which are make life possible. The Earth's surface is divided into continents and oceans. Okay? How do we study about our Earth? Two important tools we use to study the Earth are globes and maps. We have already learned about the globe in the last class. If we want to get a detailed information about a particular place, a globe is not useful. So, there we use the help of a map. A map provides a detailed study about a particular place. Let us learn more about map. What is a map? A map is a representation or a drawing of the earth on a flat surface. What is a map? A map is a representation or a drawing of the earth on a flat surface. It can show a part of the earth's surface in greater detail. The map can show a part of the earth's surface in greater detail. As you know that the earth is spherical in shape and its surface is curved. And a curved surface cannot be exactly drawn on a flat surface, such as a paper. Many maps show the areas near the poles stretched out widthwise as well as height-wise. So you will see that the Greenland is as big as North America on a map, but smaller on a globe. A flat map cannot accurately show the curved surface of the earth. Thus, maps are not as accurate as a globe. Next, we are going to study about latitudes and longitudes. On both a globe and a map, we have lines called latitudes and longitudes. There are not real lines, but imaginary lines drawn on the surface of the earth. These lines help us to locate place. Let us study more about latitudes. When we look at the map or a globe, we notice that the earth is covered by many vertical and horizontal lines. These are imaginary lines. The imaginary lines running horizontal from east to west on the surface of the earth are known as parallels of latitudes. What are parallels of latitudes? The imaginary lines running horizontal from east to west on the surface of the earth are known as parallels of latitudes. These are parallel lines. Equator is the largest parallel. Next, longitudes. Do you know what are longitudes? The imaginary lines running vertically from north to south on the surface of the earth are called meridians of longitudes. These lines are vertical lines. The vertical lines running from north to south on the surface of the earth are called meridians of longitudes. Directions of the map. Children, we know that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. East and west are directions. There are two more directions. These are north and south. Thus, there are four directions, namely north, south, east and west. Generally, these four directions are known as cardinal directions. What is mean by cardinal direction? Cardinal direction means important directions. Commonly, the directions are denoted with their starting letters. The first letters of 4 directions make the word news. The word news is formed from the first letters of the 4 cardinal directions. Types of maps. There are 3 types of maps which we are going to study in this chapter. First one is physical map or relief map. Second is thematic maps. And third one is political map. Physical maps, thematic maps and political maps. These are the 3 types of maps. A book of map is called an atlas. What is an atlas? An atlas is a book that has different kinds of maps. First, we are going to study about physical map or relief maps. Physical or relief maps show various features and landforms such as rivers, mountains and deserts. Physical or relief maps show various features and landforms such as rivers, mountains and deserts. These physical maps are usually colored in various shades of green, yellow, brown and blue to depict the different features. In this chart, we can see commonly used system of colors. In map, green color represents plains. Light brown indicates plateaus, but brown color represents hill. At the same time, dark brown represents mountains. Very high snow-covered mountain represents purple or white color. Then, deserts represents light yellow color. So, we can see most part of the globe and map covered with blue color. So, the blue color indicates water bodies. Conventional symbols. Look at the picture. You can see some symbols. There are some common symbols that map makers all over the world have agreed to use. These symbols help us to understand maps better and easily. These symbols are called conventional symbols. These symbols are universally accepted symbols, not in our country only. The meaning of symbols are same in all over the world. The second type of map is thematic map. The maps which are based on the theme or a topic are called thematic maps. These types of maps focus on specific information such as road maps, rainfall, natural vegetation, industries and many more. Next and last map is political map. Political maps show boundaries of the countries and states and important cities. Next, the third map is political map. Political maps show boundaries of the countries and states and important cities. What are political maps show? A map would show countries, their boundaries, the states and their capitals. These types of features are mainly shown in the political map. This is for our today's question. Question number 1. What are conventional symbols? The second one is draw some symbols that you see on the roads. The third question is what are the difference between latitudes and longitudes? Today we have completed the first chapter on using a globe and a map. In the next class, I will give you question answers of this chapter. If you have any doubt, contact me on the given number. Thank you.